Hi, I'm Kris Vierra, and we're at Spring Paducah Quilt Week this week, and I'm here to tell you a tip about how to make your quilts lay flat and straight. Everybody always asks me how I get my borders to be so nice and straight, because they're so tired of having all these, they have more waves than a royal wedding, basically. Well, the trick to this is measuring. I don't care what your pattern says as far as what your borders are actually supposed to be. When you get to that point, what you want to do is actually measure your quilt. Everybody's sewing machine is just a little bit different. And so what you want to do is you want to measure the top and the middle and the bottom of your quilt and take an average of those three. And then cut out a piece of fabric that is the exact same size for that. A lot of people try and get around this by just cutting a big, huge, long piece of border fabric. This causes problems too, because what's going to happen is the way your sewing machine works is the feed dogs advance whatever's on the bottom faster than it does what's on the top. So if you put your big long piece of fabric on top of your quilt and you start feeding it through, it's going to go faster than that top fabric is. And instead of creating a border, what you're actually doing is making a dust ruffle. Okay? We don't want dust ruffles. So what you want to do is you want to measure your quilt at the top and the middle and the bottom. Take those three, add them together, and divide by 3, and that's going to give you the average size of how big your quilt is. And then you're going to reverse this for the length versus the width. Cut a piece of fabric, that dimension that you figured out, pin it or glue it to your quilt and sew it down. And if you do that every single time, you're going to get a perfect binding and a perfect border. I hope this tip helps you out, and we'll see you at the next Quilt Week.